I had Sheldon on. We are now live, apparently.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
We are there. Yeah, we're there. I can see us. Hello, me. Hello, you. Everybody on a Wednesday afternoon.
I can't see it all, but it's fine.
We are there. I can't see us. I can see myself waving to myself as well.
All right. Yeah, got it now.
We arrived.
Right. Good. Well, hi, everybody.
Howdy.
It's a beautiful sunny day here, but it's rather cool when you're in the shade.
It's been sunny on and off. We have had a bit of cloud, but then the sun comes out and it's lovely. Yeah. But it was very different sitting in the car working on my laptop.
Well, yeah.
I couldn't see the screen. It was a bit difficult, but yeah, it was fine. It is what it is. I ran the Land Rover for about 2 hours in the end.
Right.
So if that hasn't taken a charge, then it needs a new battery.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Do you know anybody on your street who's an electrician or anything?
No, I don't really know anyone on my street, to be perfectly honest.
No.
Just enough.
There's an electrician and he's got a multimeter. So if ever there's a problem with the car battery, I just knock on the door and I'll always say, can I just borrow the multimeter for 5 minutes to check my battery? At which point, Alistair being Alistair and really lovely, will just, right, come on. And then he checks the battery and tests a load of other stuff.
Is that like one of them things with the 2 little prongy bits on it and it gives you a reading?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, my husband's got one of those in the cupboard.
Well,
my husband's an electrical engineer.
So you have the gear?
Yeah, we've got all the gear. I wouldn't know what to do. I won't go underneath the bonnet. I said this to you yesterday. If it's to do with the water or the oil, fine. I'll check those and top them up. But anything else, because my husband said, oh, I'll buy you one of them battery things. I was like, yeah, but I ain't touching the battery. You got to put clips on things and stuff. Nah.
No, you don't have to do that. All you need to do is put one side of the multimeter on the positive, 1 point on there. You do the positive first, and then you do the negative, and it'll tell you if there's a current running through, there'll be a reading. And somewhere in the manual in the car, or if you just Google the model number and the registration plate, it'll tell you roughly what that reading should be, because Alistair knew instantly that mine should have been around about 14 amps.
Well, see, this is the thing with my car, because of it being a hybrid, it's got 2 batteries and it's got one big normal size battery that does the, you know, when because it's self-charging, so it drives and it takes a charge and it fills the battery up and then it runs off that battery. But it's got a smaller battery which is in the boot,
right?
And you have to get in. I don't know what he was doing. He had all sorts of things out to get to this battery, and then you have to do something different with it. I don't know. It's different. It's not like a normal car.
But you managed to start it today.
So well, he started it, yeah.
Right.
Okay. He then tested it and he said it needs a new battery. But luckily I've got a 5-year guarantee on the battery.
Right.
So anyway, it's gone. The car's gone and it will get fixed when it gets fixed.
Yeah.
When the world gets fixed, the car will get fixed.
Well, absolutely. It'll all catch up eventually.
It's fine. As long as I can get to the shops and back. Yeah. So I've been working on my jumper.
Let's have a look then.
Cardigan. So I'm a bit stripy. It's a jumper at the moment. It will be a cardigan. Yeah, so it's a bit stripy. I don't know if you can see the stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down to 360 stitches. So I am what do you call it? Not reducing. What's the word?
Decreasing.
Decreasing. Thank you. I've lost all my language skills today. I don't know what's going on. I am decreasing every 3 rounds until I get to 290 something stitches, and then I'm going to start decreasing every other round after that.
Well, that's good. Well, I've done very little really. I've not.
Oh yeah, you haven't really done much. What have you been doing? Have you been gallivanting?
I haven't even left the house today.
Wow.
I've spent a lot of time on the phone.
Oh.
And I've had a few customer service emails, basically someone whose website I used to look after, but it's one of those businesses, and I won't say what type it is, but they're just busy all the time.
Right, okay.
And I don't know that he needs it, and he doesn't want to take on other partners or any other people in the business. It's just him and a small team.
Okay.
And he doesn't want it to get any bigger. So he asked me to switch off the website, but we administer the domain and the email and just make sure everything's working. And he'd had some stuff bounce back.
Right.
But he uses Office 365 through a server that someone else manages, and the problem's at their end. But he said, I know I'm emailing you and I shouldn't email you because it's not your problem. But he said, you're the only one I'll get a sensible answer out. And if you're wrong, you'll apologise, sort it out and fix it. If they're wrong, they blame everybody but them.
Right.
And basically the issue was that there's some additional controls on email that have been added. Most of us in the industry added it a number of years ago. BT only bothered with their massive network, given how much money they've got to spend on it last year. So all of a sudden, if you didn't have this thing called DKIM, domain keys is the start of the abbreviation for it. But if you didn't have these domain keys set up and you emailed someone with BT internet address, it would bounce back.
Right.
It assumed it was spam. Even if all the other security checks said it's come from this server, everything was validated 100%, and it had something ridiculous like a 0.002% chance of being spam, BT would bounce it.
Right.
But it had spent 10 years bouncing everybody else's email that was using DKIM. And this is, you get a big player who can't be bothered and all of a sudden they cause problems. And I thought, well, I wonder if it's a Microsoft issue. Right. So I checked all the records, sent him the information back, and then sure enough, this other company went, oh yeah, we've never actually set these up before.
Well, that's helpful then.
I think I've got it right. Let me know if it's wrong. So I've had to make a couple of tweaks to it, but the records are hopefully set up, and within a few hours it'll all start working again properly for him. But you just think, no, I'm sorry, I'm the geek in the business. My dad does the paperwork and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I'm kind of a one-man band. I think if I can keep abreast of what's going on with the industry, why can't someone who's got 20 or 30 staff,
well, yeah,
and it's their core business and a million turnover, why can't they?
Well, you would have thought they'd be able to, wouldn't you?
Well, he was very polite and very nice, so I wished him well.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, well, very lucky that most of my clients are really lovely.
Just I've heard about this one that you've got, and she's a right pain in the bum.
Can be.
Yeah, because you know she released a pattern and she went to add it to the website and she can't remember how to do it again.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. I'll just talk her through it again. You just have to do your tutorials for a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, I think if you put them on YouTube, I'll be watching them all the time.
Do you know? And so I have to do the same for my dad. I have to do a Zoom call and I have to share the screen and I have to go really slowly.
That's all right then, as long as I'm not the only one.
And then he'll be doing something in, say, Camtasia where he's working on video content, and he'll be saying, Well, it's taking forever and it's using all the memory and it's all this. And I'll say, right, share your screen with me. Let me see what's going on. And he's got Outlook open for his email. And then he's got a Facebook tab open because he's been chatting to someone.
Mm.
And then he's got the BBC, and then he's got this on, and there must be 50 tabs open, and then half a dozen other applications. And shut some of this crap down. Give your computer a chance.
I'm hiding when you say that.
It's like, well, I'm not using it. Yes, but it's open and it's consuming memory.
My worst one is tabs on the internet on Chrome, because I've been there, right? And I might want to come back there later on, so I just leave it open and Phil goes mental at me.
You know, there's a bookmark feature.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. That's, you know, that involves effort. It's there, it's open. I can just click on it, can't I?
Effort. You just click. There's a little star at the top right. Add to bookmarks.
But then when you've closed it, you have to open it and find it on your bookmarks again. No, it's easy if you just have it open, just in case you might want to look at it tomorrow.
Well, there's a Chrome extension. I think it's called OneTab.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've got certain things that you always have open when you're doing, say, a design task.
Yeah.
So say you're putting a pattern onto Ravelry and then you're going to load it onto Love Knitting. Mm-hmm. So you would have tabs open for them. And then you might need a PayPal tab open to sort something out to make sure it's the right email for the micropayments or whatever.
Yeah.
So you've got that selection. If you do that on one tab, you can then give it a name, a descriptive name for that collection.
That sounds interesting.
Of tabs that then says loading up patterns or something like that, and then it opens everything that you need for that task.
That sounds much better.
But what it also does is it'll then close everything properly so that Chrome isn't running in the background and sucking the life out of your computer.
Helen said hello.
Yeah.
Oh, and hey, Helen. She's the same. She says she's got hundreds of bookmarks. I'm with multiple tabs. See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I don't mind having a few tabs open, but I've not loads because it's just too much going on.
I should count how many I've got. I think I've got about 8 out open at the minute. My husband goes mad. He hates it. And Andrea's watching.
Has Helen been gardening? If she's not been knitting, she must have been outside or something.
Taking advantage of the nice weather.
Yeah, get the walks in a day with Gilly.
It's going to get cold again at the weekend, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah. Mind you, it's Easter. So really, we're lucky it's not arc weather.
Well, exactly.
Generally, we get sort of, 12 inches of rain over an Easter weekend.
We've had snow at Easter. I have to go and brave Tesco's tomorrow morning.
You're going at ridiculous o'clock, aren't you, though?
Yeah, well, this is why I wanted to make sure the car was all sorted, because I thought if I come out at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning to go to Tesco's and it's not working. Well, I did actually think about going in the evening. My friend went last night. She went maybe 8 o'clock and it's open till 10. I think she went sort of like 8 till 9 time or something. And she took pictures and it was empty in there. There was nobody in there, but she couldn't get any eggs and there was a couple of other things that she couldn't get. So I'm wondering if it might be better first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm planning to get there for opening at 6:30.
Well, it's a good plan. And you should be more or less first in the queue, shouldn't you?
Well, I don't know. I'm wondering how many other people have got the same plan, to be honest.
Well, and you've told them all now.
Well, everybody's going to go, aren't they? My friend Ian went to the chemist this morning, and I think it took him about an hour to get in. And I said to him, should have gone at 4:30.
Or about 20 minutes before they finish their lunch break.
Is it better after lunch then?
Well, it's if they say they're opening again at 2, get there for about 22:30, something like that. You'll then be at the beginning of the queue for when it does open at 2. And I have to say, for all I sat around and waited for a while because I was early because I'd got the wrong time, I was sorted within minutes of the girl coming out. She came out, worked her way up so many of the queue, 10 or 12 people. You know, who you're picking up for.
Right.
First line of the address and all of that stuff, and then went back in and then started coming out with stuff. So,
all right.
God.
In our one, they just let one person in at a time.
Oh, they have you outside at the health centre, which was quite good. I mean, obviously on a wet day, it's not going to be brilliant, but they had some chairs and stuff outside for people who were waiting. So it does encourage the 2 metre apart thing, because you just gravitate towards an empty chair, don't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. That does help.
Yeah, but it was exceptionally well organised, and they were very, very quick. I mean, I had to make a panic phone call because there was an exemption on one of them.
All right.
And I had to find out which box to tick. And
of
course, if you tick the wrong one, then they're accused then of fraud. And I thought, I don't want to tick the wrong thing. I need to know. So, you know, it was sorted in seconds.
Yeah. Oh, Helen's not had the same good weather.
Oh, that sucks, doesn't it?
I know.
How's it been up there, Helen? What have you had?
I think Scotland's had a bit of misty cloud, hasn't it? It's Helen's asking what I'm making. It's my jumper that's going to become a cardigan when I cut it.
It's Joseph's amazing Technicolor dream cut.
It is. Although there is a bit of, you know, if you look at the body, it goes from light to dark. I wish I'd gone the other way, actually. I prefer it from dark to light. But it is what it is. I think there's someone at my door. Caitlin, can you get the door, please? Yeah, do you know, I think that's my my wool delivery, my baby wool.
Oh, nice.
I've only been waiting for like 3 days, so it's not too bad.
Well, the order I placed that arrived today, I didn't expect that. She said it could be 8 days on second class post.
Mine's come from Hermes, via Hermes, I mean. And I put the order in on Sunday, but they said that it dispatched on Sunday night, which I thought was a bit strange. But then it sat for days. Yay! Thank you. Woo! Look at us! Woo!
Oh, excitement!
Shall I open it?
Yes, please.
Right. Don't we just love wool deliveries?
Oh, we do. We like squishy parcels.
Right, we have. Oh, look at this. These mostly the colours that my stepdaughter picked. So she picked the blush pink.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
And the grey, and then I picked that one, the more of a like a baby pink.
Yeah.
That one's called ballet pink.
Yeah, ballet slippers or something like that. Reminds me of.
And then, I definitely got enough, didn't I? Do you think? And then there's the champagne white with the baby pink, ballet pink one.
How many babies is she having?
Well, there's 2 because Katrina's having one and my niece is having one as well.
Oh,
right. They're both girls. And there's my Addies have come as well.
Oh, nice.
I got a 5mm and a 6mm because I haven't really got many in the bigger sizes. I've got loads in the smaller sizes.
Was this from Lovecrafts?
It was, yes. I think they're the only people that do the paint box, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I think it's exclusive. And I only got it because I needed the champagne white to finish off that cardigan.
Yeah.
And it was all on sale. And, you know, it would have been rude not to be honest, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I was kind of looking through what I've got in stock upstairs, and I've got some Lion brand baby soft. And it's the white and the yellow. I've got a tiny little sheen thread through it. So I'm tempted to use some of that for the baby collection.
Yeah, that would look lovely. I like yellow.
A bit of dimension to the stitch, doesn't it?
Yeah, I do. I love yellow. I think yellow and a nice yellow and a grey together look lovely.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because I've got grey and other yarn, and I've got some nice blues, and I've got a beautiful lilac, but that's in a sport weight.
Right.
But I think I might try and knit that at a 4-ply weight for some of the preemie stuff, because you do need a kind of warmer fabric for them.
Yeah,
it might work. I won't know till I swatch, but thankfully I was quite organised. It wasn't one of my is it yarn, is not yarn, fits, doesn't fit. I actually did a box of baby yarn. So.
Oh, excellent. That's
was kind of thinking
organised.
ahead there, yeah.
I have a drawer full of baby yarn at the moment because of expectant mothers.
All right. Jake doesn't know that we've got some steak for tea. So do you fancy some homemade burgers or something like that? I've got some mince in the freezer. Or maybe we could have bacon and egg, or well, it all sounds great to me. Just surprise me. But I will surprise you because I fancy steak.
Oh, well, there you go. Steak and chips.
Yeah, and I've got some lovely fresh mushrooms that I can have. He won't eat, but I will really enjoy.
Oh, I love a mushroom. And tomatoes.
Yeah, it's tinned tomatoes, because it's got to be tinned tomatoes.
Yeah, you got to have tomatoes. Oh,
yeah,
it sounds gorgeous.
We are really looking forward to that.
We had Callum put some sausage and bacon in the oven at lunchtime while I was still trying to sort the car out. And so I came into those being done, and so I made some beans and toast, and that's what I had for my lunch: sausage, bacon, beans and toast.
Somebody posted one of these pictures the other day, and they were on about, Jamie Oliver's doing this cooking at home, keep calm and keep cooking and carry on, or something like that.
Right.
And he's doing a recipe a day, usually with one or two of the kids.
Yeah.
And she said, oh yeah, I tried his herby flatbread with Mediterranean chickpeas or something like that. He says you can substitute ingredients, and the picture below it was beans on toast.
I love it. I do like beans on toast, I'm sorry.
Well, you know.
Herby flatbread turns into beans on toast. I like it.
Well, just appeal to my sense of humour, because I'm one of those that if I haven't got an ingredient, I'll just think, well, what have I got that's close enough?
Yeah.
I'm really not bothered, and it's a wonder I ever make a successful cake or a biscuit, because I am so slapdash with the measuring. If it says 200 grams, 215, 220 is kind of close enough for me. I'm not going to take stuff out of it, and then slightly over add on most things.
Yeah. And
it always works, it might not be the prettiest, but it's
fine. We've got a thing up on the wall at college in the catering department. Woo, she's flashing. And it said, what's it say? When baking, follow the recipe. When cooking, follow your taste. Something along those lines. Because basically, baking's more of a science, isn't it?
Well, Helen's saying start again I think she means if you don't like the light to dark thing.
Oh, I'm not starting again.
I think you've got a bit far for that, and it's a prototype, it's a testy garment, it's
I certainly wouldn't be starting again now. Could you imagine? It's taken me this long. Well, it's taken me all year, hasn't it?
No, I'd be in tears. To start again.
I know. I mean, the stripe's quite nice. Quite like the stripe effect coming up there.
Yeah, I love the colours.
The colours are nice.
And it's a great way to use up leftovers to prove a concept and
exactly
get an idea of your proportions, because then you can try it on later and say, well, actually, I want that to be a bit neater a fit here, or a bit more there. And And it's much easier to play around. I know you can mess around with muslin and do these sort of sewn versions to see what shape you want, but it sounds like a lot of effort to me. I'd rather just start knitting.
Well, yeah, and to be fair, it's, you know, it's really the best way, isn't it?
Well, and it's felted tweed. I mean, how many times can you get away with ripping that yarn out and starting again? And it's so forgiving, and you'd never know.
You just wouldn't. It's brilliant. I love it. It is a bit expensive, but sometimes it's worth it, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, I'll cut the yarn this time, but only because I've actually got to the end of me.
Are you sure? Have you checked?
Yeah. Every time I finished a video this week, I've cut the yarn on the wrong row and I had to rejoin it for the second row of the stripe. Yeah. I am officially an idiot.
No, just distracted. That's all it is.
I'm going with idiot.
No, you're not. You're just distracted. It's fine.
What colour's next, Emma?
What, for you or for me? Have you just done the gold?
Yeah, I think it's that one, isn't it?
Is that the lime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the lime.
Yeah. Yeah, so my day was just completely out of the window. Do you know when you spend the whole day trying to catch up, thinking, that's it, it's out the window.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, it's like that first day of your diet, isn't it? Where you get to lunchtime and eat a bar of chocolate.
Yeah, and you just think,
yeah, I'll start tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm going out first thing in the morning, actually, in this loan car. Because it'll be a bit different, won't it? So at least the road
different to a Lexus or a Land Rover, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
little Yaris.
A little Yaris, but it's
nippy though.
It'll be nippy. I'm quite looking forward to giving it a go because it's an automatic and a hybrid still, just like the Lexus. So in that respect, I think it'll be okay to get used to.
Every time you say that, I want to do an Alan Partridge and go, Lexus.
Lexus.
And in the plural, he refers to it as Lexi.
Rather than Lexuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it does sound a bit better, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we'll just have it like sheep. It's the singular and the plural.
That'd be loads simpler, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like the Oxford comma and the Shatner comma?
Do you know what? Actually, it was really funny because I had just finished watching the episode of Big Bang Theory where William Shatner was in it. I had literally just finished watching it. It was really good timing. I do like the Big Bang Theory. I'm a little bit upset though because I think I'm on about episode 20 of the last series.
Coming to the end.
Yeah. And I don't want it to come to an end, but I know it's gonna.
I always liked Third Rock from the Sun.
Never watched that.
Well, John Lithgow was in that and was
I do like John Lithgow.
Brilliant. And the leader of the planet that the aliens come from is played by Bill Shatner, who's a complete egomaniac. Oh, there's a shock.
Yeah.
And his character's called the Big Giant Head.
Oh, excellent. It's not apt at all, is it?
It just completely made me laugh that he'd even accepted the role. And I love him with James Spader in Boston Legal.
I just love James Spader. I think he's awesome. He was really good in The Blacklist.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But Boston Legal with Bill Shatner was just
I've not seen Boston
fabulous.
Legal.
Oh,
I didn't actually watch much TV in the 90s because those were my teenage years. And I was more listening to Nirvana, trying to get dreadlocks in my hair, trying to save up enough money for a pair of Doc Martens.
Yeah, important stuff.
You know, hanging around in McDonald's. You know, they didn't really eat the food, just got a milkshake and sat there for hours.
Yeah, cradling it. Looking
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying not to be thrown out.
Exactly, yeah.
So Helen says as long as your ratios are okay for baking, they're kind of close enough, sort of.
But what do you do if you can't get hold of eggs? That's the thing. I'm going to look in the fridge section, see if they've got the eggs in the cartons.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know what to do because we eat a lot of eggs.
Well, it depends what you want them for. If you want them for baking, a good substitute is psyllium husk soaked in water.
Am I going to get that in Tesco's?
And chia seeds in water as well. They kind of go all jelly and gooey, and yeah.
You know, because I've got that Dove's Farm gluten-free bread flour. You know, the
yeah,
free one that's got about 20 E's on it. And on the back there, the recipe that you use for the gluten-free bread on there, it uses 2 egg whites. So I just don't know. I don't know what to do. And Callum eats eggs on toast for most dinners of an evening.
Well, that may have to change.
Well, I think personally that a lot of people are using more eggs. They're stuck at home and they're doing more baking and things, aren't they? I think that's what's happening.
A lot more eggs than I generally would. And Jake will quite happily make himself a fried egg sandwich or scrambled egg.
It's quick and easy, isn't it?
Yeah. And if I've had soup several days running and it's the last day of the soup and I'm sick of it, I will whisk an egg and then drop it into the hot soup. And then it just gives a bit more protein and
changes it up enough.
Yeah, just switches it up enough to be
like you say you've got steak. We had 2 steak. I let Callum eat them because I'm quite happy to have egg and chips and he can have the steak and chips. But again, not if I can't get hold of eggs.
No.
Oh, I don't know. If I could get the stuff in the carton, that would do for now. But who knows, eh? Wish me luck in the morning, that's all I say.
I've got some frozen egg whites. I think they might even be from last year.
I'm sure they'll be fine in the freezer.
I'm sure they will. We got them on Vulture Corner, you know, the reduced bit.
Yeah.
For something like 10 pence each for the cartons, about that size.
Cool.
And I don't know how many egg whites it's meant to be.
No.
Skinny Birds or something like that it's called. It's some meant to be funny name. And we got the egg whites and I used 1 carton of it to make pavlovas and for part of the baking for his birthday party.
Cool. We used to use them at college they'd have cartons and cartons of it in the fridge for the baking stuff. I think mostly that's what they use in catering rather than actual eggs because it's quicker and easier, isn't it? Rather than standing there cracking a load of eggs open.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's about what's expedient and sensible in a working kitchen where everything has to be done at speed.
Yeah.
It's not like at home where you can potter and faff about and it doesn't matter if you go and stop to do the laundry or empty the dishwasher or something. It's not mission critical like it is in a restaurant.
Yeah. Oh well, just I'll remember to pack my machine gun tomorrow. How are you getting on there?
Just showing off my lime.
Beautiful. What else do I need for the supermarket apart from a machine gun?
And eggs.
No, to keep people away from me.
What you need is to change the ringtone or the notification tone on your phone.
Okay.
To
A nice dry cough.
Yeah, so that everyone moves out of the way every
Yeah.
time the BBC posts an article and your phone does the
Just goes off.
notification.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Or my notification is sheep. So you'll be in the middle of Asda's or somewhere and it's crowded with people and all of a sudden it goes, meh.
Love it.
I was looking around and I never let on.
I thought you were going to say you never let one off.
Oh, sometimes do that.
Oh yeah, that's all right then. As you leave an aisle.
Oh, honestly, Mike is the king of that one.
Is he?
Yeah, we were in the co-op in Dalton in Furness one day and he went wandering down this aisle and then came back and he went, no, you don't want to go up there. And I thought, yes, I know what you've done. Went round the other side and this poor woman is running towards something at the other end, runs into this aisle and hits this wall of stems and just sort of went, oh, turned around and went out the other way.
Oh no, that poor woman.
Yeah, but then the competition is how quickly one of us can say, oh, you dirty bugger, fancy doing that. Mike's always the fastest. I rarely get that now.
How rude.
So yeah, he'll absolutely drop his guts.
You need to practice.
And then go, oh, Loraine.
Oh, Loraine.
And it'll be, it's a good job I love you as you are. Oh, so
rude.
No. He actually phoned today.
Oh, did he? Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he sounded fine. He was quite chirpy.
Yeah.
Muttering like mad about what's going on, and then he needs to do some paperwork for his business rates to get the grant you can get from the council. So right, and I'm thinking, God, you've had weeks to sort this out. What's your problem? He messaged late last night going, what's the bank account number for such and such? And, well, I don't know. I don't have access to it. I only have the last 4 digits for the PayPal account when I send money there for you.
Right.
It's not my account. I don't get the statements. I don't have the internet banking. I said, why don't you just log on to HSBC and
have a look?
They've cancelled his internet banking because he's not logged into it for 6 months, but they haven't bothered to tell him. And without the account number, they wouldn't reinstate the internet banking.
Oh, do you know?
And the reason that he's rang me was to ask what he was allowed to do. And I said, what do you mean? It's just I'm not an essential business, so I'm not allowed to go to work. I said, no, you're not allowed to go to work, but you are allowed to check your post, make sure your building's not been broken into.
Yeah.
Make sure it's safe and things like that you're allowed to do. Well, you can't do that with a second home. And I said, hang on a minute. I said, the people that are coming up here to second homes aren't coming to check them. They're coming for bloody holidays.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of idiots to a place with virtually no intensive care beds.
Yeah, it's not
exactly the same. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is that most of those people, because they've got holiday cottages and they're registered businesses, will be claiming that grant.
Oh, God.
So they'll be claiming £10,000 because they can't trade. But there's over 300 of them on booking.com still advertising their places as COVID-19 retreats. It's disgusting, it really is.
Really?
Yeah.
They should be taken down.
Well, the police are forcing them down, but the pressure of Facebook yesterday, somebody picked on one holiday cottage owner on Airbnb, and hundreds of people messaged them, and within 5 minutes the advert had gone.
Right.
It had been delisted from the site.
It's a bit out of order to say it's,
it's a disgraceful thing to do.
Yeah.
You've got no business travelling that kind of distance. None at all.
No. I felt bad just going and taking my car around the block.
Well, I think that's perfectly reasonable. That's called car maintenance and common sense.
But
So
I did still feel a
I
bit
had
guilty.
to then explain to Mike that yes, you can drive a few miles from your house to the warehouse to make sure it's okay and pick up your post.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to stop you doing that. And if the police do stop you, then tell them what you're doing. It's not going to be a problem. But he's got such an attitude about the police because he must have had 20 break-ins over the years.
Right.
Some, you know, on CSI on the telly, it's always some lithe, leggy, slim lady.
Yeah.
Or some very attractive bloke. And unfortunately, it's not.
It's never like that, no.
Usually some short, sweaty person who turns up and tells you that, no, not going to get anything off that. It's rained.
Cheers then.
Yeah, that would be why it's the Lake District.
There's some kind of connection there. I haven't quite made it in my mind yet, but I'm sure there is a connection there.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bit of a difficult one to get your head
check back with me later. I'm sure I might have got there by then. Yeah.
I'll just text me about
Same
2
with the I'll text you when the penny drops. It's like the firemen, isn't it? They're never quite the same as Chicago Fire, are they?
No.
I love Chicago Fire. Have you ever watched it?
Who's in it?
Some very nice looking American men. And one very looking nice Australian guy who my sister and I both watch it, right?
Oh, the one that used to be in Neighbours.
Yeah, that was the thing. I said to my sister, oh my God, I've just realised that that's the little kid that was the doctor's son. And she was like, no, you're joking me. Anyway, I found the photographic evidence online and sent it to her. You could have knocked her down with a feather. She's,
yeah, because he was in House as well.
Yeah, he was the doctor, wasn't he? That he married the girl. I'm really getting my descriptions going today, didn't I? He was the doctor that married the girl.
He was the doctor that married the girl in the medical program about doctors.
That is classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It couldn't really get any worse today. My brain is just completely fried.
Are you heading into menopause early? Is it?
Oh, I don't know what is going on with me, I tell you. It's the doctor that married the girl.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I haven't even had a drink.
Well, add wine. Watch me play.
I think I need to.
Oh, Helen's had to go out with Gilly. See you later, Helen. Have fun. Enjoy the sun while it lasts.
I've already had my one government approved exercise session today. I feel like I live in a communist country when I say that. My government approved exercise for the day.
We had our letter off the PM today.
I haven't had mine yet.
No, that's only arrived today. People were on Facebook last week going, oh, we haven't had our letter. And I'm thinking, you know, a quarter of the postal service is off sick, for God's sake. I
don't know about you, but I think we're only getting deliveries like 2 or 3 times a week max. I think they're saving them up because when the postman came, when he brought my chocolates, there were quite a few letters. And then when was that? Was that Monday? And I haven't had anything since.
Yeah, we didn't get any post yesterday. I don't know if anybody else did. And to be honest, I don't really pay attention to what's going on. This time of day, the sun's on the front of the house, so the Venetian blinds are shut and I can't see the street. So
yeah,
I'm not.
But it wouldn't surprise me if they've cut it down and done just one.
It would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, if they've got to, they can't wear people out.
No. And I'm sure there's nothing in there that can't wait 1 or 2 days, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. I got another threat letter from the government about my dental treatment, which I thought was hilarious.
All right. What's wrong with your dental treatment?
Well, I had it and I paid for it.
Okay.
And then the dentist sent off the paperwork to the NHS business unit and put me down as being on tax credit exemption, which I'm not. I pay for my dental treatment.
Okay.
So I've then had a threat letter from the government saying you're going to be charged with fraud and you've got to repay this money that I've actually already paid and I have a receipt for. But rather than letting me send them the receipt, or a scan of the receipt or anything else, I had to drive to Barrow to my dentist to give them the letter, which they're supposed to post back to me and I haven't had yet, which has all the reference numbers and everything on. So that they can sort out the fact that they've cocked up. But all of this happened after Jake and I have gone into isolation. So I haven't actually been able to do anything with it. And now I can't find the letter.
Oh, typical, isn't it?
So they've sent me another threaty one saying, along the lines of, we'll give you another 3 months because there's kind of a bit going on.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult at the moment.
Yeah, so I phoned them up and said, you'll have to send me another letter because I can't find it.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, have you got a good reason for that? And I said, yes, COVID-19. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing from you. Oh, okay.
Do you know, sometimes job's worth.
Well, yeah, I'm not the one that's actually guilty of anything. Someone at the dental practice has cocked up on the form.
Yeah.
They should have to sort it out. I shouldn't have to be driving around the county and faffing about with stuff.
When you're not supposed to be driving around the county.
Well, exactly. And you can't even get into the dental practice because it's shut now.
Right. What happens if you need emergency? What's going on with that? Do you have to ring 111?
As I understand it, the emergency dentist at the hospital, if it's really bad, may see you for an emergency appointment. And my friend Fee had some urgent treatment the other week, last week maybe.
Is that the lady with the abscess?
No.
Right.
This one, she's her saliva glands are dead. She's had some sort of cancer treatment.
Right.
So she has to have a spray.
Yeah.
Because her mouth's always dry and it's caused problems with her teeth. And I think she had twisted roots and it was going to be a difficult extraction anyway. And they were talking about a general anaesthetic at some point.
Right.
So I think it was done with a regular sort of dental anaesthetic without the general. Excuse me.
Like a Novocaine or something.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. That's awful. The one where you nearly bite your tongue off because you can't feel it anymore. Nothing worse.
Horrible. You seem to have a troublesome cough today. I don't know whether it's hay fever. I forgot to take my nasal spray this morning. I just suddenly realised because I've got red eyes as well.
Yeah, they are a little bit red. Tree pollen's out at the minute.
It is. It's an absolute pain. And it doesn't help that I'm wearing grey, which makes me look pasty and pale and unhappy. but it was clean, and the one I wanted to wear was in the wash.
It's fine.
Generally only wear this around the house when nobody sees me, so it's fine. I just have to periodically hide behind me.
Yeah, just put that up. It'll be fine. Do you think this will suit me? The colours?
Oh, you always love your blues and greys and browns.
Yeah, blues, greys, browns, and the odd purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creature of habit, May, I tell you. Oh, do you want a chocolate update?
Oh, yeah. What have you tried?
So I tried the coconut.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually very nice. I quite enjoyed that one. So it's just like, you know, I showed you the hazelnut yesterday where the hazelnuts were all stuck at the bottom. Well, the coconut's all stuck at the bottom of this as well. So, yeah, it's fine. It tasted nice. And I tried, because it was a 2 chocolate day today, I'm afraid.
Well, yeah, with your car and everything else.
I tried the mint.
Oh, what was that like?
Was
that
very
mint
nice.
at the bottom?
No, I was actually a little bit disappointed with that because I was hoping it would be, do you know when you get the bits of hard
crispy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like sugar, but it's
Mm.
minty flavoured instead, but it's not. I think they've just put a mint flavouring through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, peppermint flavouring rather than bits of mint. But it tasted nice. I gave Callum the hazelnut one. I said I wasn't too fussed with it, so I'll go in and change that out.
Yeah. For your
Just
next
left a bit of
order.
an aftertaste, to be honest. And for the price of it, I just thought it's not worth it, really.
Yeah, it's a bit cheeky, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm saving my fruit and nut because I'll be really disappointed if it's not nice.
It did look good.
Mm. I had a bit of a thing today as well, actually. You know, you saying about your dental treatment that you'd paid for and everyone says you hadn't. Well, when I rang up the breakdown people,
Yeah.
at first she was putting it all through and that, and then she was like, oh no, we can't send anybody out because your road tax is expired at the end of March and you haven't paid your road tax, so we can't send a breakdown. I was like, what do you mean I've paid my road tax? I went online and I did it because it's only £10. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to go and, you know, find your proof that you've paid it. So I found, you know, the thing that you get through the post that tells you that your tax is due. So I found that luckily it was in the shredding pile. I hadn't shredded it. And I went online and I went back through and I did it and it took the £10 and everything. I was like, why on earth has it done that? Anyway, I did a little bit digging and there's this company called Tax Info or something, I can't remember. And they charge you to do a check on your car to see whether it's got tax and MOT. And it looks like the government website. And you think that you're getting I thought I'd got my road tax and I hadn't. And I said to Phil, I said, oh, can you go on the bank and check that the road tax went through? Because I've just done it now and it wouldn't have let me do it if I'd already got road tax, surely. So he's gone on and he had to look. And this company's charged a 50p and then a 5.99. And it's going to charge every month because for some reason I've signed up to some kind of monthly membership payment to check whether my car's got tax and MOT. What a scam.
Just shows you have to read everything, don't you?
I mean, honestly,
yeah,
I was probably on the phone at the time. You know, like I said to you, I'm always talking to people all morning long. So I was probably on the phone and I'm just, click, click, click. And my computer's got my card number saved. So I didn't even have to enter my card number. I've just gone, click, click, click. And I've signed up for some dodgy website. I bet they make a fortune, you know.
You probably do, and you probably need to talk to your bank, and your bank may or may not be able to cancel it.
Well, I found it again, and I've put close account, and it's come up, and I've had the email and everything saying you've closed your account.
Right.
So, I don't know, maybe I should send that to the bank, my email saying I've closed my account.
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah. Just to double check. Phil said he was going to try and cancel it on the online banking. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, does it?
It's a difficult one. There's certain types of payments that are actually quite hard to cancel.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I've been in a situation in the past where I've had to actually cancel my card and order a new card. And then obviously they haven't got the updated details to be able to swap it over, and I've asked for a completely different card number, and you then have to wait however long it takes for your new card to come, but sometimes it's the only answer.
It's the only way. Oh, it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? Because I think if you paid via your bank account, it's easier, isn't it, rather than paying by your debit card? Because then
it can be. Just again, it depends on the terms and conditions you've agreed to and what kind of company it is. And I generally try and use a credit card for stuff like that if I can. just on the basis that even if I pay it all off every month, it's, you know,
I don't have a credit card.
that they'll back you up. Well, not everybody needs one.
I'm 44 years old and the only credit I've ever had is my Next account.
No, well, there you are.
My credit rating won't be very good.
Doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Do you need to buy anything massive?
Yeah, well, lots and lots and lots of it.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. So what are you doing tonight then? Avengers?
I don't know.
No big plans? You fancy going out for dinner?
Oh, I thought about it, but I think I'm going to stay in and cook at home because I've got that
home?
steak
Oh yeah, and your mushrooms
and my mushrooms and pinned tomatoes.
and your crochet.
Yeah, and I've just managed to crochet into a loop of the previous row. How have I done that?
Because I distracted you.
No, it's because I wasn't watching what I was doing. So.
Do you know what I thought about earlier as well?
What?
We didn't pick our favourite whip last week.
Yeah, I thought about that about 5 o'clock this morning and then went back to sleep.
So we'll have to do 2 tomorrow then, shall we?
We will have to do 2 tomorrow. 1 from last week and 1 from this week.
Yeah, we'll do that. Could it be
I
mine?
don't know, we missed that. Sorry?
Could it be mine? Could my whip be your favourite?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No cheating here. No favouritism at all.
Yeah. I don't know how we miss it. I think we're just far too busy trying to get through lockdown or something, and
We were busy gassing.
probably, aren't we always? Gassing and knitting. That is gorgeous.
Second limey stripe.
Yeah. So how big's it going to be? Are you still quite happy to keep going? You've no plans to stop yet?
I'm thinking finish this repeat and then consider it, but I might do 4 or 5 repeats. I don't know. I'll get to the close to the end of the yarn and then think about it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think I might knit on my jumper a little bit tonight, and I might watch the end of Big Bang.
Right.
And probably cry.
Possibly. I was hoping to watch another couple of episodes of Mandalorian, but Disney only lets you watch so many in your free trial period.
That's sneaky, isn't it?
Well, I'm not surprised.
I suppose you could go on.
I've hit the Marvel movies hard.
You could go on for your free trial with one particular.
The Mandalorian is the thing that a lot of people are going to be going for.
Yeah.
Unless you've got kids, in which case the Disney and the Pixar movies are probably going to be more your thing to keep them busy.
Especially at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I quite like the selection that's on there.
Do you think you'll keep it?
Possibly. And I was putting something. I've got like these white shelves. I've got a narrow, tall one upstairs next to my bed.
Right.
And it's got books and photographs and other bits in. And then the bottom 2 shelves are crammed with CDs.
All right.
I keep thinking, I must sort these out and get rid of some. And then I get them all out and look and I really like that one, and I really like that one, and I really like that one. And I knocked something and one fell out.
Right.
And it was a Disney album.
Oh, wow.
Disney's best songs. And there was Campbell on the Water from Pete's Dragon and A Whole New World from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Prince Ali from Aladdin. What's the one from Jungle Book? The Elephant March.
Oh, yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That one. There was Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, Louis Armstrong, from Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I love Bedknobs and Broomsticks. That's where we get our favourite phrase from.
It's Sleeping Beauty. I Know You. We Met Before Once Upon a Dream.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I absolutely loved that as a little girl. I thought that was such a beautiful song. And there's Baby Mine from Dumbo, which I don't listen to because it makes me cry.
I'm not really a big Dumbo fan.
I can't watch it.
I think
they take a baby away from its mother.
And they torture it for its life. They're like picking on it.
Oh, I mean, I love the crows, and
the crows are the best.
When I see an elephant fly,
yeah,
all those songs in it are brilliant. But yeah, it broke my heart when he was taken away from his mummy.
It's the same with Bambi when the mum dies as well.
Honestly, it's awful.
And he cries, "Mother!"
Yeah.
Oh. No, it's not good. We used to have a Disney sing-along DVD that me and my little brother used to watch and sing to all the time.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And the one with the crows was on that. And Mary Poppins Stepping Time was on it.
All right, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. And that one, the Elephant March, was on it.
I think one of my favourites on the album that we've got is Let's Go Fly a Kite.
I love that.
From what Jake always called Mary Bobbins.
Oh, why?
Obviously struggled with poppins as a concept.
Just not a story behind it then.
No, just Mary Bobbins.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say there was some particular reason, like a really funny story.
No.
Yeah, I like
chocolatey Claire's, you know, it's how you hear it, isn't it?
Chocolatey Claire's, yeah. Did you see the second Mary Poppins, the new one?
No.
We went to the cinema to see that. Caitlin made us go on Christmas Eve a couple of years back.
What was the verdict?
I liked it. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the original. Lin-Manuel Miranda was in it. So, Lin-Manuel Miranda, the guy who wrote Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why Caitlin made us go and watch it.
Right, with you.
Yeah, he played the Bert character.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, he was all right in it. And Emily Blunt did well. But it was just not the original. And it wasn't a remake because it was a sequel, wasn't it? It was about when the kids grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just different.
I just love the original Mary Poppins where she's taking all of the stuff out of that carpet bag and the little boys are looking under the table and things like this.
When she pulls the standard lamp out is the best one.
Yeah. And we could probably sing all the songs. Feed the Birds.
I think so. Feed the Birds is just, love it. So yeah, Mary Poppins, it's a classic.
Yeah, Let's Go Fly a Kite though. That just always makes me smile.
It's so happy, isn't it?
It is. It's really sweet.
Everything's worked out for the best at the end.
Did you watch Saving Mr. Banks?
I did. I really enjoyed it actually.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it as a movie. It brought it into quite sharp perspective as to why she was so resistant.
Yeah.
And you can understand it, that really everything had just gone so wrong.
It's like when you have...
He'd redeemed her father almost for it.
Yeah, but you know when you have something that you've made, you've created, and then you see it being taken completely out of your hands, you can feel for her, can't you?
Yeah. And she's a perfectionist and a bit of a control freak, and it's very hard to let go.
Yeah, I did feel for her, but then apparently she was quite hard to her son.
Oh, okay.
I watched something, I can't remember if it was a documentary or something. Apparently she wasn't the easiest of mothers. So, but then none of us are. I know I'm not.
You know, I think it's all relative. It's one of those things, isn't it? You don't get a manual with a child.
Unfortunately.
And we're all just doing the best that we can. And unfortunately, the main blueprint that we have is our own parents, whose blueprint was their parents and their parents and their parents. So maybe we're just destined to make similar mistakes.
Maybe. We do try and be different, though. I don't hit my kids with a hairbrush.
No, I don't think I've ever done that. I do find myself saying things that my mother said to me. And I did get a birthday card years ago from my friend Damaris, who lives at Backbarrow, and it said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, I am my mother after all."
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought. Oh,
absolutely.
Mind you, there's one of these videos on YouTube, you know, where all the videos are there and it's got like a little screenshot of the two of us. There's one where I look just like Callum, which is
really,
yeah. And I never thought Callum looked like me before. I always thought he was like his dad. So
it's funny how you spot that, though, isn't it?
He was up at stupid o'clock this morning. I was up. I was awake from about 4:30, and I got up. I gave up at 5 o'clock. Got up, made a cup of tea, and that. Sat in bed watching the news, and I think it was about 5:30, 5:45. He gets up, goes downstairs on the treadmill.
Okay.
I know. So what are you doing up? Crazy boy.
Yeah, Mike today when he was on the phone, and he's saying, "Oh, maybe you could get in touch with Anne, because while all this is going on, I can't do anything else. I could work on her account." I said, "Yeah." So how am I meant to get them to you? I can't drive them up there. Can't take the car that far at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I said, "You're not going to drive down here, and you're certainly not going to come and see me because we've had the plague."
Yeah.
I said, "We'll be off bounds for months because you know how germ-phobic he is."
Yeah.
And I can't guarantee that they're not ill.
Well, exactly. And nobody can guarantee that you've got antibodies. They think you have, but they can't say for definite.
Well, exactly, until they've got a test that actually works. Yeah. Nobody's got a scoopy. And even the government got scammed. They bought 3,000 tests that failed.
Yeah, they don't work, do they? Flipping great.
So there's kind of a lot going on out there that they're not really sure about. So I said, well, unless you can send them by courier, I can't see it work. Oh, I don't want anything coming off courier. You don't know how many pairs of hands it's been through. And I'm thinking, oh, God, you know, there's no pleasing you. So I said, how about you drop her an email and ask her to send you the spreadsheet bit of the account so that you can look at the very top level stuff and see whether that adds up. And that'll give you an idea of how much digging you have to do when you get the physical book.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I'm thinking, I'm not the one with 2 degrees.
Yeah, but you have to do all the thinking though, obviously.
And, you know, a former CEO of a multinational telecom. And I'm in a council house in Urswick and I'm the one that's coming up with the common sense. And
well, yeah. That's what I've always said. There's a difference between intelligence and common sense. You know, you could get these people like Sheldon, who's amazingly intelligent, but without somebody to help him, he's not going to live, you know, his everyday life. He would just drown, wouldn't he? Bless him.
Oh, we used to see this. We used to do a lot of work with the engineering department at Lancaster, and they had some incredible people.
Yeah.
But I sort of lost my temper with somebody one day and said, look, you know, it's all fine and good to be able to calculate the mass of the beans, the mass of the fluid that's in the tin. But if you can't get the bloody lid off, you're the one that's going to die.
Exactly.
He kind of looked at me and I thought, no, you still don't get it.
No. I did see a meme the other day, actually, you saying about germaphobes and stuff. There was this meme, Sheldon, and it said something along the lines of now everybody's turned into Sheldon.
There was another one with Mr. Monk, Adrian Monk.
Who's Adrian Monk?
Have you never watched that?
I don't know. What is that?
You've never watched Monk? It's a detective series, and he's a compulsive obsessive.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen
And
this.
germophobic.
Is it from the 90s?
Yeah. Oh,
See?
you have to watch it. You'll love it.
I basically missed the 90s, apart from...
Oh, it might be the noughties. Might be the noughties.
Oh, and then the noughties, I was living in Saudi, so we only got restricted TV.
Yeah. Have a look out for Mr. Monk, but if he
have a
walked past a load of bollards, he'd have to touch each one with one finger.
Oh, God.
And he can't step on the cracks on the pavement and stuff like this. And he's always has to wash his hands everywhere, and he won't shake hands with you unless he's got wet wipes to wash his hands afterwards. And of course, everyone laughed at that and thought it was crazy, but they're not laughing now.
No, exactly.
Because he knew.
He did.
Yeah, it's a really clever series. It's very, very funny.
Is it? I'll have to look it up. Monk. Just Monk.
Yeah.
Monk. See, I've got it written down on my list. Monk. That's a weird word, isn't it? Monk.
Oh, School for Scoundrels is on Monday's iPlayer on
Oh,
BBC.
is it on now? I'll have a look
BBC
then.
too, yeah.
I might have looked too early. Sometimes it takes a while for it to come on, doesn't it?
Yeah, but when I spoke to Mike on email last night, and I was just updating him because Coco had a bit of a temperature yesterday. She was a bit out of sorts. That's why she was being super clingy nuisance. So I ended up giving her a quarter of a paracetamol, which the vet said is,
Yeah.
if that works, then it's fine. They've probably got a headache or a mild bug.
Right.
And within half an hour, she was fine. So I thought I'd better send an email update because he freaks if them two are ill.
Yeah.
I could have a leg hanging off and it'd be, oh, get yourself to the doctor.
It'll be fine, yeah.
But with his babies, it's, you know, it's all panic time. So I sent a quick message and said, oh, by the way, watch School for Scoundrels Monday afternoon. I know you'll have been watching this. And replied, he went, yeah, I was. And today he'd recorded the Titfield Thunderbolt.
Oh, I've not seen that.
I don't know if Passport for Pimlico is going to be on with Stanley Holloway. That's usually one that they drag out. That's a funny one. It's where the Pimlico decides that it's owned by the Duke of Burgundy and separates itself from the UK.
Okay.
But then finds it's not the laugh that they thought it was going to be.
That's the thing, isn't it? That's what always happens.
Well, yeah, the grass isn't really greener. It's just the angle of the light.
Yeah.
Right, have we waffled enough today?
I think so, because my dog just cried and then just laid down in a huff next to me.
Yeah.
Which means it's dinner time.
It does, doesn't it? I've got to go and cook a steak.
Stop rubbing it in.
I should Instagram it.
Why not? Everybody else.
Before and after.
Yeah, just Instagram an empty plate. Thanks.
Yeah. It was so good.
Rude.
But nice to see you, everybody. I should do a quick flash.
Yeah, flash. It's a beautiful blanket.
So that's where I'm at. And are you going to do a flash of your cardigan?
Oh, I could do a flash. It's gonna be a cardigan.
Yeah, I just knew you'd love that film.
What, Flash Gordon?
It's brilliantly camp and funny, and
I love Flash Gordon.
Yeah, it's awesome.
My brother was trying to live stream it to me on Sunday, but I couldn't see the screen.
I remember when my uncle's wife is Chinese and struggling to get her passport and stuff sorted out for her UK residency. It took years. Absolute years, and thousands of pounds in legal fees, and the Home Office were just absolute idiots over the wretched thing. But I remember visiting, and he sat on the sofa with the iPad next to him, pointed towards the telly, and the two of them were watching the Man United match together.
Oh, love it.
And
Well.
they're chatting away, not looking at one another because she's watching the telly.
Sounds about right.
Every now and then you'd hear like, oh, great goal, great goal.
Well, you know, you've got to bond over whatever you can, however you can, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. I just thought it was really sweet and a very simple thing to do, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Kind of cute. Anyway.
Oh,
right,
not
so
that anyone would do that these days.
We'll see everybody tomorrow.
We will.
We'll do the best whip.
Yes.
This week and last week. Tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah. Emma will crack the whip and make me do that.
I'll have an adult beverage as well, ready for my clap for carers.
Yeah, I might open some Prosecco. I'll keep saying that.
Good.
Yeah.